This gin is known as the world's most unusual. Hi, I'm Rebecca Brayton and welcome to WatchMojo.com. And today we're learning more about the history of gin from the people at Hendrick's. Why don't we start broad by having you tell us more about the history of gin?
If we look at distillation, many centuries ago, it was mostly for making perfume or for medicinal purpose. When we look at gin, technically speaking, and if we look at the Netherlands, there's many stories. One of them talks about a medicinal liquid made with rye-based spirit and juniper. Juniper berry was always used by the Romans, for example, for medicinal purpose. So gin from the beginning, from like 15, 16, 1700, even if it wasn't called gin, was always embedded with a lot of medicinal issue. But when it moved from the Netherlands to England, that's when it became a proper social drink. In England in 1750, it was very much the drink of the poor. The quality was really poor. You know, it has gone through a lot of evolution from the beginning. And in fact, gin and tonic was also created for medicinal purpose by the West India Company, who needed soldiers to get a lot of quinine, to drink the quinine to fight against malaria.
From what ingredients is gin derived, and also how does Hendrick's differ from traditional gin?
There's different categories into gin. We can look into details. The main two categories would be probably the London Dry, which are the most popular ones. There's some fantastic brand on the market today. London Dry are mostly made in a big quantity. They're mostly wheat-based spirit, which is infused with botanicals and then distilled. The law says in regards to London Dry gin that you're not allowed to add anything else. There's also a category called distilled gin, which basically include wheat spirit or based spirits, like neutral grain spirits, which you're going to infuse with botanical, and then you're going to take through distillation. But if it's mentioned distilled spirits, that also means you can add essences or you can add anything you want to the gin. In our specific case, we only add cucumber essence and a rose petal essence.
What popular cocktails use gin as a base?
From the beginning, if you look at cocktail history, even something simple as a gin martini, as a martini, which many people drink as a vodka martini today, was created in late 1800 with gin. One cocktail I particularly really like, which is not really served today every day, but which is called the Ramos Gin Fizz. It was created in 1888 in New Orleans. And at the time, it was a mix of orange flower water, milk, not cream, egg white, lemon, sugar, and gin. Yeah, it sounds a little bit scary, but the bartender had to shake it for about 5-6 minutes non-stop. They would shake until they don't hear the ice anymore, and they would create like an emulsion. So it was a bit like a fluffy, big fluffy kind of drink. I've seen a cocktail recently appearing called the Basil Smash. It was created by a gentleman called Jörg Meyer in Germany in a bar called Le Lion. And it's a very simple drink. I'm surprised no one really thought about it before. It's fresh basil, lemon juice, sugar and gin. Simple as that. And it has become these last 2-3 years, like if you walk in a bar in London or in Paris and you say, hey, can I get a Basil Smash? The bartender should be able to, oh yes, I've seen that on the web. You know, bartenders use internet in a very efficient manner to share these cocktails.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.